Welcome to Coin Explorer. The coin shown here is a 1996 D Roosevelt dime, identified by the 1996 date and D Mint mark above it, indicating the Denver Mint. Its denomination is 10 cents, but its collector interest depends on more than the date. The important questions are how it was made, how it fits into the Roosevelt dime series, and what characteristics can separate an ordinary circulated example from a more desirable collectible. Those details provide the foundation for understanding its actual numismatic value. The Roosevelt dime entered circulation in 1946, honoring President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, following his death in 1945. John R. Sinnock designed the obverse portrait, showing Roosevelt facing left. The surrounding inscriptions include "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," while the date appears below the portrait. On this 1996 D example, the D Mint mark identifies Denver production. That small letter is significant because different U.S. mint facilities produced separate Roosevelt dime issues during 1996. The reverse features a torch at the center, accompanied by an olive branch and an oak branch. These elements represent liberty, peace, and strength. Around the design are United States of America, 1 dime, and a pluribus unum. The coin has a reeded edge, another useful identification feature. When examining an example, collectors study these inscriptions and design elements for completeness, sharpness, and evidence of wear, because preservation of fine details can influence both grade and desirability. The 1996 D is a copper-nickel clad dime rather than a silver coin. Its outer layers contain 75% copper and 25% nickel, surrounding a pure copper core. The standard weight is approximately 2.27 grams, with a diameter of 17.90 millimeters. Its edge is reeded. These specifications help distinguish a genuine Roosevelt dime from an altered or incorrectly identified piece. For collectors, physical characteristics are especially useful when an unusual coin raises questions about authenticity or possible mint errors. Denver struck the regular 1996 D circulation issue, while Philadelphia produced the 1996 P. San Francisco produced proof versions, and 1996 also introduced an unusual West Point issue. The important distinction is that these are separate collectibles, despite sharing the same date. Mint marks and finish therefore matter greatly. A collector should never identify a 1996 Roosevelt dime by the date alone. The mint mark, production method, and physical characteristics establish exactly which issue is being examined. The regular 1996 D Roosevelt dime had a mintage of 1,400,300,000 pieces. Philadelphia produced 1,421,163,000 regular dimes. These enormous production totals make the standard Denver issue a common modern circulation coin rather than a scarce date. However, mintage alone does not determine collector value. Millions of coins may have been produced, while only a much smaller number survive in exceptional condition. That difference between original production and surviving quality is important when evaluating modern U.S. coinage. The year 1996 has another important connection to Roosevelt dime history. A special 1996 W Roosevelt dime was struck at the West Point Mint to mark the 50th anniversary of the series. It was distributed as a bonus with the 1996 United States Mint uncirculated set, rather than being released through normal circulation. Its mintage was only 1,457,000. This makes the W Mint mark issue substantially scarcer than the regular Denver coin, but it should not be confused with the D-marked dime shown here. The coin pictured belongs to the regular Denver circulation issue, so the 1996 W anniversary dime is useful mainly as historical context. The year demonstrates how different mint facilities and distribution methods can create very different levels of collector interest. The 1996 D itself is important as part of normal American coin production during the period. Its significance comes from its place in the Roosevelt series and the opportunity to compare it with the special issues produced during the same anniversary year. Condition is one of the most important factors when evaluating a 1996 D-circulated coins. Can show wear on Roosevelt's hair, cheek, jaw, and other high points. Contact marks and scratches may also appear from transportation, storage, and everyday use. An uncirculated example should retain its original mint luster and show no actual wear. Brightness alone does not prove a coin is uncirculated, because cleaning or polishing can create an artificial shine while damaging the original surface. Strike quality deserves particular attention on Roosevelt dimes. Collectors examine the horizontal bands across the torch to determine how sharply they are defined. Coins with strong, complete band separation can qualify for a full bands designation and may command greater collector interest when combined with high grade and attractive preservation. Therefore, a 1996 D should not be judged simply by looking at its overall appearance. The torch and surrounding details deserve close inspection under suitable lighting and magnification. Surface preservation is equally important. Scratches, hairlines, spots, contact marks, and other distractions can reduce desirability. Cleaning is especially significant because harsh polishing can remove original surface characteristics and leave unnatural lines or brightness. Natural toning, however, is not automatically considered damage. Collectors evaluate whether the toning appears original and whether it complements the coin. Ultimately, originality, luster, surface quality, and freedom from significant damage can make a major difference between ordinary and premium quality examples. Collectors should also be cautious when examining suspected varieties or errors. A strange-looking letter, date, or mark does not automatically indicate a rare mint error. Genuine errors can include off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, and other production abnormalities, but proper attribution requires careful examination. Full bands is a strike-related designation rather than an error. When a 1996 D appears unusual, comparing it with reliable references or obtaining professional authentication can prevent a normal characteristic from being mistaken for a significant error. For market value, an ordinary circulated 1996 D generally remains close to its 10-cent face value because of its large production and availability. Better preserved uncirculated examples can bring premiums, while exceptionally high-grade coins with strong full bands characteristics may attract substantially greater collector interest. Prices are not fixed, however. Grade, certification, eye appeal, strike quality, surface preservation, and current collector demand can all influence the market. A price realized by one exceptional certified coin should never be treated as a guaranteed value for every 1996 D professional certification. Can be useful when a coin appears exceptionally well preserved, displays strong full bands detail, or may contain an unusual mint error. Grading services examine factors including wear, luster, strike, marks, and overall preservation before assigning a numerical grade. Certification does not automatically make a common coin valuable, but it can provide an independent assessment and documented identification. For unusual or potentially valuable examples, authentication can also help establish whether the coin is original or has been cleaned, altered, or otherwise modified. Before researching your own 1996 D. Roosevelt dime, begin with the basics. Confirm the 1996 date and D mint mark, then check the copper-nickel clad composition, approximately 2.27 gram weight, 17.90 millimeter diameter, and reeded edge. Examine Roosevelt's portrait for wear and inspect the reverse torch for strong band separation. Look for original luster, scratches, cleaning, unusual toning, and possible genuine errors. Finally, Compare the coin with reliable references and certified examples. The date matters, but condition, strike, originality, and exact characteristics determine collector interest.